Alright guys, we're back with another episode of the Masochist. Credit to Cimo and Hossman for inventing this series, but first, would you like to make your Master Duel experience a whole lot better?
Are you ready to take your Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel Play experience to a new level? The Untapped GG Companion is here for you. Use the deck tracker to know exactly what cards you have in your deck, and to go over any cards you aren't familiar with yet by hovering over them. It instantly updates when you draw a card, and automatically hides if you check your extra deck or graveyard. This is the perfect tool to help you master a new deck. The Untapped GG Companion also lets you import decks directly into the game in seconds. Copy any YDK or YDKE deck string, create a new deck in game, click the Start Auto Import button, and let us take the wheel. Once the duel is over, check your win rate on your personal stats page. Brag among your friends and share your decks so they can import them into the game too. Start your path to master today by downloading the Untapped GG Companion at ygom.untapped.gg.
Alright guys, so here is the Floodgate Turbo deck. I've preloaded it with some extra stuff just so we can kind of look at it and see our options. So you guys could kind of see what other cards we have available to us. So this is the deck. I haven't touched any of the monsters, I haven't added any new ones, but I did add some new spawn drop cards just so you could see all the additional options that we have. Last time we weren't playing Lightning Storm. I may or may not keep it. This card also... I'm taking out the Halion, the Time Lord. I'm probably going to remove him. I'm probably going to keep Raffion because he can just do damage no matter what. Our draw option is honestly Reckless Greed. We could play this. We have Endymion, but maybe this could put us over the top at the same time. This misses the next two draw phases, so in a slow game, I actually think this might not be great, but I just wanted you guys to know that we still had that as an option. We have Scrap Iron Scarecrow, which is a cool card. I'm probably going to replace Dimensional Prison for it. I think that's a decent replacement. Broken Line, a few of you have told me to take out Broken Line. Try taking that out, so I'm going to replace that with Fog Knight, Fog Blade, I should say. And then there was something else that I was supposed to take. Oh yeah, this card. I was thinking about playing this card, but it might interfere with Necro Valley. This card's kind of cool. During main phase 1, if the turn player successfully conducts their third summon, it becomes the end phase. So basically, it's like summon limit for main phase 1. The only issue with this card is it's only good going first, exclusively good going first. It's unplayable going second. So that is really the only issue that I have with this card, is it's just does not do anything going second. Also, our opponent can do 2 summons, go to battle phase, exit battle phase, and then continue to summon to main phase 2. So it could be a little bit underwhelming. The only issue, it just depends on how smart our opponent is. If we had Metaverse, I'd probably play this because I would just wait for my opponent to summon twice. And then just wait for them to summon something else, and then I would just activate this. But right now, I think we'll get rid of this for now. So this is what the deck is looking like. We made a few different changes here. We'll see how good it is, and if we have to change it again, we have to change it again. It's not the end of the world. Alright, we just lost a coin flip. Our hand is okay. Ideally, the ratio would be a little bit flipped, so 3 monsters, or 3 Sponsor Traps, 2 monsters. That would be the ideal ratio, but it happens. We draw Yugioh a lot. I don't know why. And again, it's not like there's nothing I can do about it, but like we do draw Yugioh more than we probably should. We should be drawing the trap card more than Yugioh, but we draw Yugioh more than the trap card. But overall, it's not bad. Mathmech is a good card, but he's just, against Sky Strikers, doesn't really do much. Draw another monster. This is not the way things are supposed to go, but unfortunately, sometimes it is. How did they summon this? Okay, so they didn't use Ray, so this, I can just go Mathmech. What did they search? Engage. Engage is dangerous. Yeah, this is a terrible matchup against Control. This is probably one of the worst matchups you could possibly imagine. I hate this matchup for a Control deck, because they could just search Afterburners and then pop 2 cards and then just... Like, it's just a terrible, terrible matchup. Furt Flames, what are we going to shuffle back? 1 monster. Gozen Match is phenomenal, but they can just search, like, the cards that they need anyway. Okay, so I guess we just go Mathmech, yes. We'll try our best, but this actually is one of the worst possible matchups that you can have. Then they could just, like, we're going to declare attack, and they could just negate this if they wanted to with... if they have it. I don't know what they have. It's not public knowledge, but Widow Anchor, yeah, exactly. They just negate it with Widow Anchor. I lose my monster. And, yeah, unfortunately, I drew a ton of, no spawn trap cards and then all monsters. Very unfortunate, but we'll live with it. I mean, I'll try it out. I'll try to play out this game because I know you guys are telling me to stay. And I guess Since we are in Platinum 4, I think I have to stay. But I also should have set Ferret Flames too, just so we have other stuff to set. But I'm gonna wait for them to successfully resolve this, search something, and they're gonna search Array. And now they're gonna do that, and now I'm gonna activate the Gozen match, so they can't get to Immobilize Engage again, and they can't get to not Afterburners, but the other card. Battle phase, so we're going to take 15. And now we should be in a decent situation. Because like I said, Gozen is actually one of the better cards against this deck. The graveyard has 3 spells, so they're getting all bonus effects. At least 3 spells. We get Small World. Essentially another monster. Okay. This deck, unfortunately, does not play... What's his name? Unfortunately, this deck does not play the other goat. We have Kashtira Ogre. I might actually summon that. Kashtira Ogre and Endymion. I might actually go for that right now. But then I have to banish Vijam to do it. Do I have other waters in the deck? I can go Zaphion. So I can go Endymion to Zaphion to Kashtira Ogre because they're all water. So we'll do that. Let's do that. Endymion. We're going to activate this. They can Ash it. If they do, they do. We're going to reveal that. And then we'll banish... Actually, this is... So we can search this, or we can search this. I don't know what my opponent has. If they have another of the negate, we're cooked. So I can also do this, but this... What does this share in common with this? Nothing. Yeah, so I think I banish the Zaphion. Then I get Kashtira Ogre out. That's not too bad. So now we have Kashtira Ogre. We deck thinned a little bit. And then we'll special summon that out. That's pretty good. The problem with the Time Lords is we're playing against Sky Strikers. And if they just have Widow Anchors, I just get cooked. Because I attack and then I take damage. So I definitely don't want to do that. And this combo right here is pretty decent under the restrictions that we're under right now. So I think this is fine. So we're going to go ahead. Go with this. This is just a simple, easy +1, so I'd be dumb not to do it. So we'll go for Artemis, activate Artemis. And then this way I can put back Vijam if I need to. Draw that, or search that. And then we'll activate to destroy. So it just depends on what my opponent has. But we're not in the terrible... Oof, that's phenomenal. Against Sky Striker, are you kidding me? We'll go with... What do I put back? Our life points are lower than our opponents, but generally this is bad against Sky Striker. Vijam is probably the card you want to put back in this situation. Because it's probably the card I want to put back. Technically, Ferret Flames was the card I wanted to put back, but we're going to activate Necro Valley now. And now we just go to battle phase. That's pretty good. They can't really float too much. We're changing their draws, which is nice. We're going to activate Kashtira Ogre. If they have something, if they have like a Ghost Ogre, we're cooked, but we'll see. So we're Kaiser Coliseum. I don't care about that. Ash Blossom, I don't care about that. Maxi, I really don't care about that. Hornet Drones, I really don't care about that. This is probably the card that I care about the most, so I'm going to go ahead and banish that. They can draw Kaiser Coliseum, they can draw Ash. That does not matter to me. So our opponent will lose that, and then we'll attack with Endymion. Next turn we do lose Endymion because they have a Ray in their hand. But that's fine. They can't really do anything else with Ray. Because they can't special summon with the Ray because they can't do anything under Gozen match. And we have Necro Valley. So we're in a decent situation. So we know they have a Ray. We know they have a Kaiser Coliseum. They have 4 unknown cards. That doesn't actually do anything at this moment. Because we have to have equal amounts of monsters. They're going to go to battle phase. And they're going to attack over this. That's fine. Next card they're drawing is Ash Blossom, which is going to negate our Endymion, theoretically, in a few turns. Oof, that's not too bad. But I think we actually, I think we just go to battle phase right now. We go to battle phase, and we'll attack over the Ray, activating Kashtira Ogre's effect to banish some more stuff. And Ash, we're not going to... Maxi, we're definitely not going to banish. We're going to banish that other Ray, probably. Yeah, we're banishing that other Ray. This doesn't do anything under Necro Valley anyway, so we'll just banish the Ray. So that's good. If we can banish multiple rays, that'll put us in good situation. Ray can't even float under the current situation. So on main phase 2, we'll go Endymion, and we'll activate Endymion to attach a Magistus. And we will go ahead and just attach Iwas, because it'll just give it 23. I'm not going to pop it right now because I think it's fine to leave it at 23 just in case they happen to have a Ray in hand, because I don't want them to just get over my monster. Next turn, if we want to, we can just summon Majesty's Fiend, and then we have like the most disgusting lock ever, because we have goes in Necro Valley, Kashtira Ogre. That is an Ash Blossom, so I'm not stressed about that. Yeah, we have like a very nasty lock. The only thing that could really put this over the top is if we drew something that prevents our cards from getting destroyed, like a counter trap or something. But that is probably the only thing that can put this over the top right now. Kaiser Coliseum is one of those like floodgates that like seems good, but this is one of those floodgates that's only good going first. As good as it is, it's only good going first. If you draw this going second, like just actually does nothing. Realistically, this guy could have won this duel. Yeah, I was going to say he's scooping because we just have him under a disgusting lock. This is a very, very bad matchup for us, but we kind of got lucky that they searched the things that they did and didn't really know what we were playing yet. But that was actually a horrible matchup for us. We got very lucky. I got a legacy ticket for that. Okay, so now we have a Master Pack to open. Let's see what we've got here. Hopefully it's something nice. We'll see. I can't really say anything, just something nice, right? Let's hope it's something. Fire Fist, Chain Dispel, Time Breaker is pretty good for the Pendulum deck, but generally this card's actually good, right? Once per turn, target a monster, banish this card and that monster. It's not a bad effect. It's just level-wise, it doesn't really work with Unarrow stuff, but it's a decent normal summon. Exo Sister card, can't really use that. Overwhelm is a counter trap, level 7 or higher, tribute summon monster, can't really use that. Shredder. Okay, can't really do much with this card. And 2/2, can't really do anything with this. And then we've got Vylon Epsilon. Equip cards equipped to this card cannot be destroyed can't be targeted or by card effects. By cards or effects. Okay, once per turn, you can send one equip card you equip to this monster. Target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it. So it's like almost generic. It needs a light tuner. Our tuner is best tuners, and yeah, this card's not. I'm not going to be using this card. This deck is like this is one of the most underwhelming decks of all time. So it's definitely not really worth playing. All right, we just won the coin flip. Our hand it's definitely playable. We'll see how it goes. It's a playable hand. It's not the best hand, but we have Crackdown and some other stuff. I mean, it's not. We have Crackdown, Scrap Iron. Unluckily, we actually haven't been drawing the barrier statue, which actually does suck because we have not seen it at all in quite some time. And we play it, and you know, sometimes these things happen. But we haven't been seeing it, which it kind of hurts. They're playing this deck, which is, I don't know what the deck is yet, but they're playing Rite of Aramasir, which means they've got negates, at least one negate available. I could steal the token, but I don't need to steal this stupid ass token. Yeah, you can add one monster, mention, send one card. Okay, they're gonna do that. They're gonna probably search for the Griffin Rider. Yeah, we've all seen this a million times. I thought we got rid of this and now we're dealing with it again. It's actually kind of annoying. So I'm gonna search this out. So they're playing Synchron plus this. This is actually really annoying because I have one interruption and I'm going to lose that one interruption, which sucks for me. So I'm going to activate Kashtira Ogre, try to bait it out. I'm going to try to bait out this Griffin Rider. He's going to let that shit slide. Yeah, why not? We'll go 5 cards. I don't even know what to really... There's so many cards in this deck that... It just depends on how many copies of things he's playing. So the best one is probably this. If he's playing one, that's a part of his combo that's just outright dead. So that's pretty good. Plus that has a graveyard effect, so he won't be able to use it. I don't know if he's playing one of that or more than one of that, but that is definitely not bad. Plus they can send things back to my hand, which sucks. Again, that just kind of sucks. I wish he had picked the middle card, but Scrap Iron got picked. Jet Synchron. He can go into Speeder here. Or he can go into a level 8 Synchro, I guess. He's going to go into Excel. That's actually cool for us. This has a quick effect to Synchro Summon, which does suck for us. Since he has the quick effect to Synchro Summon, I can't really, like, steal it real quick. Yeah, he's going to activate, I think. Okay, now he's going to summon Stardust and then immediately Synchro Summon. Unfortunately, I can't really do anything about that. So he's going to summon Stardust, then immediately Synchro Summon. I can steal this Stardust. I guess I can do that. But he can also just make, yeah, this Synchron dude. Yeah, it's Junk Speeder. So honestly, we're kind of cooked here. There's not much that I can do. I mean, I don't have any negates. Like, I can activate Crackdown, take this. What is that going to do? He's going to summon more stuff from the deck. So I can take this, or I can take the Speeder. The Stardust, but, I mean, neither of these things help. So I guess we just wait. It doesn't actually benefit me to take either of these two monsters. And the problem with Stardust is I really can't. Yeah, he's not locked into anything. He can go Baron to Flurry, he can go into anything. I honestly can't. I have one interruption, it's a stealing of a monster. I can't. I don't have enough. If I drew any Floodgate whatsoever, I probably would have won that because he didn't have any back removal, but I just didn't. Alright, we just lost the coin flip. Our hand is horrific. It is horrific. It is like it's all battle protection, no barrier statue, and we're going second. We're playing against Labyrinth. It could not get any worse than this possibility here. I mean, we could keep our head up, but I mean, it's like, how do you keep your head up in this situation? We literally drew every anti-battle card in our entire deck, no barrier statue. So I guess we'll see how it goes. I guess we could protect ourselves from battle. So this is going to be kind of a slow game too. Yeah, I'm not even joking. This is literally every anti-battle card that we've got in our deck. It's actually kind of insane. Every single one of them. I mean, there's a chance that we can still do this. If we draw a certain combination of cards, I think we can do this. If we draw the barrier statue, I think it's possible we can win this. So he's going to return that. Is this turn 1 too? This is just awesome. This is the best part of Labyrinth. When they activate trap cards on turn 1, this is like outrageous. It's going to pop a random card. It's going to be something useful for sure. That. And then he's going to set back the trap too. Which one is he setting back? The, what was that? Tear, target one card in your opponent's graveyard, one card in your opponent controls into the graveyard. Send that card from field to graveyard. Set the other card. Whatever. Okay. Anti-spell against the trap deck, going second. I literally have nothing. I literally, not even joking with you, have nothing. I guess we go Messenger of Peace. Hopefully it sticks. And we go Battle of Goganda. And then we go probably these two, because he's going to end up popping stuff, because he gets to do all of his Labyrinth stuff on my turn, so I'm going to have to, my cards will be popped. And then, yeah, I'll just set. We'll lose some amount of cards, but, I mean, I guess we'll see how it goes. So we'll just end phase here. If we can stick the Grave of the Super Ancient Organism, that's pretty cool. He can set the memories back. He's going to activate the Coup Clock. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's my turn, I guess. It didn't really matter. Now he's going to send that, the triple. I mean, there's a shot we win this, because if Grave of the Super Ancient Organism can stick, I think we can actually win this duel. But it would really need to stick, because then he can't activate any of his big monster effects. So his main form of card removal will be gone. Okay, so they're going to activate Lady Labyrinth. They're going to set Eradicator. Awesome. And then they're going to summon her. They're going to search. They're going to trigger 2 effects. This is bad. This is really bad. Like, what's sad is, like, I'll play practice duels. I'll even do what you guys have said. You guys have told me to try, like, oh, draw 5 cards in the sample, like, draw sample 5. Yeah, that card was, I don't know why you would pop that, considering, like, I have nothing. That's the one card that wasn't good enough to set, but they'll pop it. But yeah, like, I tried drawing 5 cards just to see, like, any stuff. See, that sucks. They just drew the field spell. The field spell actually outs. I'm going to activate this now. The field spell actually outs our field, which sucks for us. Yeah, because they can. This thing makes every Labyrinth, welcome Labyrinth, non-targeting removal, which sucks. Yeah, so they're going to target this, and it's a card in the graveyard, send to the graveyard. I can't do anything. They're going to destroy this, and then they could just activate this to destroy all our trap cards. So I lose here. There's nothing I can do. That's just terrible. Like, that was just one of the most impressive boards I've ever seen. I don't know why this guy's in platinum. Alright, we just lost the coin flip. Our hand's not, like, too bad. I guess our opponent scooped. Our hand wasn't bad, but, I mean, we lost another coin flip there. And this deck is very going first, so if we lose the coin flip, we just can't really accomplish anything most of the time. So we got 4 legacy tickets. That's pretty awesome, even though we didn't do anything. Okay, let's open a master pack. Hopefully we get something cool to beef up our deck with. Let's see what we've got here. We've got, can't use that, can't, actually this isn't bad. This actually isn't bad. This is our second copy of this. This special summons, if we have a control of face up XE, we could special summon. That's actually not bad. Sadion the Time Lord. This card battle, your life points, okay, if you battled, your life points are less than 4,000, they become 4,000. So I guess that can heal our life points in certain situations. Megalith is not bad if we can get a bunch of it. Black Horn of Heaven, when your opponent special summons exactly 1 monster, negate the summon if you do destroy it. When your opponent special summons exactly 1 monster. I think that only works on, like, inherent summons, right? I mean, it's not bad because it can stop exactly 1 summon. It's not terrible. Yeah, it's not a bit terrible counter trap, actually. I don't mind pulling. That's pretty good. Lunalight Black Sheep, Smile Potion, and Cyber Synchron is cool because it's a Cybers monster. It's a Cybers that can... it's a Cybers, but it's also Synchron. It's a tuner that can convert its level, which is kind of cool. So it's not a terrible card. So overall, I think this is a good pull. This is a good pull. This is a cool pull. Yeah, we got a few cool pulls in this one. This is definitely not a bad one. Black Horn of Heaven is definitely... We have, like, every Horn of Heaven, I think, now. Which we have Grand Horn of Heaven. We have a lot of different ones. That's a cool pull. Alright, we just lost another coin flip. We drew... This hand is, like, literally impossible. Like, it is literally impossible. We drew almost every single monster in our deck. This is one of those things that's... It's infuriating because I did so many sample draws. I did duels in solo mode. I did sample draws. I never drew a 5 monster card hand. This deck has, like 18 monsters, 17 monsters. It has so many less monsters than it does spawn trap cards, but somehow when we actually get into the game, we get hands like this. It actually does. It really is the Master Duel Shuffler. Like, this is not... This is such an outrageously foolish hand. It's like comedic. It really is. It's like a comedically bad hand. But I might convert decks after this because this is just a little bit annoying. I like certain aspects of this deck, but at certain, like, while certain parts of this deck are cool, which is like we don't lose to Max C, hand traps don't hurt us, Ash doesn't matter, Call by the Grave doesn't matter. Like all we have protection against, I don't know, like we have protection against certain things like the yeah, we have protection against stuff, which I think is pretty cool. Like, we have a lot of positive aspects to our deck, but at the same time, we have, like... We'll draw hands like this, or we'll go second, and we'll get a bunch of battle protection, and it's like, well... It doesn't do anything when our opponent establishes a board. And, as usual, our opponent's playing against Tearlaments, the deck that supposedly got hit, but every time we play against it, it's like... This guy literally... This looks like a graveyard straight out of, like... Ichizu tier format. Literally, like, you look at it and it's like the ban list never happened. It's actually kind of... Look at this. I mean, we're not... They've got the Strudo, 2 Shufflers, Solek. the Kid Kalos they've already gone through. They've got these things. They're milling more Tearlaments. This is like insane. Literally insane. Look at these fucking mills. This is like these are the greatest mills I've ever seen in my life. Of all of the cards that they've milled, how many cards are not usables? 1, 2, 3, 3 cards, 4 cards, 4 cards that are not usable out of 16 cards. That's just like I think this might. I'm gonna stay because this is interesting because it's like, how can somebody be this lucky? But this is like kind of outrageous now. You mill 16 cards and 12 of them are activatable effects. That's kind of insane. And they're going to scoop. Wow. That is... I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. It's back-to-back scoops. It was just... Our Aura is winning us games. We get 3 legacy tickets. In these last 2 games, we've gotten more legacy tickets for doing absolutely nothing than we have gotten all of last episode for winning like 5 or 6 duels. Alright, let's open another master pack. The last one really wasn't bad. I have nothing like negative to say about it as long as we keep getting cool opportunities. Can't use Bell, not yet. Vylon, Nephthys card, can't use that. Wins over Ice Barrier. It's an Ice Barrier card, I can't really use that. That's a holo. This card's cool. It's a level 2. It's very good for level 2s. And the only thing is we already have it, so can't really do anything with it. Amazon of Shamanism. I got it. I already have this. And Horn of the Phantom Beast is a Beast Warrior. Not a terrible card if we had like a Beast Warrior type like situation going on, but this is a good card. This is a good card. We just can't really use them. This pack is just really more than anything unusable. The amount of repeats that we have is really getting outrageous, but I'm trying to stay pure to the challenge. Some of you guys have suggested that if we get like 4 of a card, we should like craft a random N or R, but I mean, it's like, I understand the randomness is maintained, but like the whole point is you just get stuff only through the master pack, not through crafting, which I kind of understand. But yeah, we're pulling, like the amount of repeats we're pulling per pack is like, it's getting bizarre. Alright, we just lost a coin flip. This is actually a really great going first hand. We lost a coin flip, so I guess we'll see what our opponent does. If they don't do too much, then I think we're still in the game. Gozin's a great card, even going second. Gozin, cards like it are really good going second. Let's see, they're playing a big deck. They're like 48 cards. And we'll see what they're actually playing. Kashtira. Gozin's good against Kashtira. If I can get it to stick. We shall see if I can get it to stick, considering what our opponents have. They do, they will set up a board with Arise Hard and Fenrir and stuff like that. I can deal with Fenrir because I'm not activating any spell or trap cards, so I can definitely, I can deal with Fenrir because I'm not activating any monster effects. I can, the problem is the Arise Heart with the non-targeting, right, maybe it does target, but it's the Arise Heart with the Banish. That's going to be our Achilles heel, but I guess we'll see. We may be able to do this, we may not, but this is definitely not a bad hand. The only thing that's out of place in this hand is probably the this dude, the third man. He's like the only one that's a little off because I won't be able to summon him going like first turn, but I mean I will be able to summon him eventually. End phase, I'm actually down with that. Okay, I am so down with this hand. Okay, and we got a Magistus. What do I want to lock myself into? What do I want to lock myself into? Barrier Statue is probably best, because no matter what our opponent does here, I can... Yeah, I want to just Barrier Statue. I don't want him to get advantage and banish my stuff, so I'm going to normal summon Barrier Statue. Let me see what this is. This is when our opponent, we activate some monster effects. So we don't want to activate monster effects right now. We'll activate Messenger of Peace. This is where like a card like a Moon Mirror Shield could really come in handy. And then we just end phase here. We'll put Chaining on, and we'll use Goes in Match. I'll try to use it somewhat intelligently. But we have Goes in Match, plus we have Fiendish Chain. We have Fiendish Chain plus Goes in Match, which is a pretty good combo, because we'll just Goes in Match, trap them under one typing. The deck plays around one typing for the most part. I should have already Goes in Matched. I don't know why I didn't. But it's whatever. I guess I'll save the Goes in Match now that he's using the effect anyway. Actually, yeah, I'll use the Goes in Match momentarily here. So now I'll just use Goes in Match before he can search with the Fenrir. So we'll do it now. He'll have to send something to the graveyard. Fenrir is at 1 at this point, so yeah, he's going to keep wind. That's fine. We do have... They can't attack anyway, so I don't even have to use Fiendish Chain. So he's trapped under 1 wind, but he can summon more of them if he wanted to. But most importantly, he's trapped under Messenger of Peace anyway. And our opponent's going to scoop. Okay, like we got 3 scoops in a row for doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, like, I wish I could... I don't really want to play the Messenger of Peace. I'd rather play Moon Mirror Shield, but I mean, beggars can't be choosers. This is what we have right now. We've got 2 legacy tickets and what is this? Invasion of Flames. I think it was one of the coolest looking cards, but just not really that great. Okay, let's see what we get out of this one. Hopefully it's something awesome. The only thing, the other reason I don't like playing the Floodgate deck is the duels don't really last as long. They're just kind of short duels. We either scoop or our opponent scoops, but they're not as long as they usually are. Anki, okay, can't really use that. I can't really use anything out of this entire pack. This was as big of a dud as it could possibly get. Alright, we just lost the coin flip. Let's remain hopeful no matter what we get. It's not bad. It's not bad. We've got Raffion, Vijom, the True Draco, Crackdown, Dimensional Fissure. That would have been great to have, but I mean, look, what can you do, right? Dimension Fissure, got Raffion, which... This does damage equal to 1 monster. We'll see what our opponent, what kind of board they set up. But obviously, this is probably the Supreme King deck. We've played against this before. It's actually quite a good deck. This is like Dimensional Fissure would have been really good to set up here, because it would have prevented that initial thing. So when Pendulum monsters leave the field, they do get banished, but not if they're removed from the spawn trap card zone. Then they get put to the top of the extra deck. So it would have been cool to banish half these monsters, but we can't now. Crackdown's not bad. I guess it depends on what he ends on. He's going to end on this trap card again, which is really annoying. This trap card that you contribute a spellcaster, and then you can special summon a Zark, and then Zark blows up our entire board. Zark is really annoying. Now he's going to link this away. Beyond the Pendulum, he's going to summon a Vortex Dragon. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, this one's looking maybe not the most winnable. Because these guys are just... Pendulum is just a really, really, really good deck. And on top of that, when you have Pendulum backed up by Vortex Dragon, it's really tough to beat. Okay, they're going to Pendulum summon finally. They have perfect scales, so they're going to summon 2 and 2 from hand. I mean, this is just outrageous. Yeah, our opponent has crazy advantage. But the crazy thing is that I think if we went first, there's a chance we actually... I don't know if we win this, but we definitely slow this down and cut down what this could have accomplished. I don't know what his exact like first opening hand was, but I know that his main starter was this... Dragon Shrine. So without this Dragon Shrine, I don't know how much he accomplishes. Our opponent's going to go into Sprite Elf, the card you never want to see. But somehow it works its way into like every deck ever. But he's going to summon Sprite Elf, which can summon, I believe, any level 2. So I don't even know what level 2 he would summon right now. That's kind of shocking to me. There's no level 2s in Great. Again? Or we're literally not even doing anything in half these duels. We either go first, activate something, and then our opponent loses, or they mess up their own combo and lose. This is incredible. We literally have not we have not activated a single card, and we're in Platinum 3. It's actually kind of like weird. This is like we're not doing anything. Okay, I really don't actually deserve to pull anything good if I'm being completely honest, because I mean you've seen these duels. Of course, it's a UR. We really don't deserve to pull anything good. We have not got like that. We haven't had a real duel in like a few minutes. Flame Armor, Ninja, Supernova Alpha, which is the negate for Teller Knights, which we don't have too many of. Can't use that. Can't really use that. Dawn of the Herald. I can't really use that. Cybernetic Revolution. Sullivan. So these are decent archetypes. This is actually a generic worm card. So if we get all of the Tenyi somehow, I can definitely use this card. Dawn of the Herald, too late. We had our ritual episode. Let's see what this is. We've got a really amazing, like really amazing card. That is actually sick. That is such a like unrealistically good card. So basically what this card does is it books everything face down on the field. We have multiple booking cards right now that are nowhere near as good as this card. This card is actually a trap that is good even going second, which is why I like it. But what's cool about it is it books everything face down. And then if your opponent has monsters, or either player has cards that are still face up, meaning cards that are unaffected or link monsters, you can send them to the graveyard. So that's actually really good, because we've been in situations where our opponent summons a monster that's like unaffected and we have no way to get rid of it. Like they summon like a Crusadia Avermax protected by IP and we have no way to out it. Like we have nothing. Or the Pearly Cat, like we've been in a situation we have that, we can't out it. So this is, for multiple reasons, a very good card. Also, it replaces like one of the trap cards that would protect the barrier statue. In theory, it actually replaces one of those. Because if our opponent attacks the barrier statue, we can just book it face down. So we don't have to use it in some really amazing way. I mean, the only thing that sucks is it does book our barrier statue. But I am definitely going to try this for sure. Okay, so I want to get rid of one card here. I don't actually know what to get rid of. I kind of want to get rid of Anti-Spell because it's like, it's a continuous card, but it's like only good going second. I also kind of want to get rid of this. This card's been dead a few times now, just because we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 True Dracos, so I think it's kind of dumb to play this right now. Has come up a few times, but maybe as we pull more True Dracos, I'll include it. So I'm going to include the Destruction Durama Cannon for now. Alright, so just like that, we are in the second highest rank that we've ever achieved. This hand is, I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit rough. We've got Barrier Statue, Cubic Ascension, they conflict. I guess we just normal summon this and hope our opponent can't out it. That's our best bet. Again, it's like, I don't know why I'm drawing so many monsters. I think I'm playing 19 or 18 monsters, so I should be getting mostly spawn trap cards, and in testing I did get mostly spawn trap cards. But it seems like I just got 5 monsters or 5 spawn trap cards that are battle protection. But I mean, against this might actually work out for us depending on if they have a normal summon. If they're playing like Blue Eyes, for example, they may not be able to get over this. If they're playing Dark Magician, they may not be able to get over this. Playing World Legacy, I guess we'll see. They do have some normal summons that can definitely stop this. So I guess we'll see if they draw, like if they draw Gearsu, he's strong enough to get over. A lot of things are strong enough to get over this. If they draw it, yeah, Gearsu. That sucks. And then I don't have any other protection here. I don't have anything else. I didn't draw any of my usual battle protection stuff. So they can send all this, but they can't really use it. But they can just enter the battle, just attack over our monster. Like I said, we have conflicting effects. Which is actually originally why I took out the Cubic Ascension and the Cubic Vigilum. Because of this exact reason. So they're going to give us both tokens, and now they're going to go full combo. And I have a hand that absolutely cannot. Yeah, I can't. Now they're going to go Mseti. Yeah, that was just like... That was frustrating. That was frustrating. Because this is a duel we should have won. This is a duel without a doubt we should have won. Like, all we needed was just... We had the barrier statue. We just needed the battle protection. We play enough of it. We just... Like, if we had the barrier statue plus... I mean, I don't even have to say it. Like, any one of these other trap cards, we would have been good. But we just happened to get 2 other monsters and 3 other monsters in Cubic Ascension. You know what, though? We got to remain positive. I don't think we're going to win this one. So we're going to cut our losses here. I think I'm actually going to switch decks because this is... It's like this deck's not theoretically supposed to be losing, but sometimes this Master Duel Shuffler just like it's your biggest enemy sometimes. So I'm going to switch decks. I'm going to go try the Xseed deck. Alright, so here we've got our new Xseed deck. We actually haven't even used some of these cards yet, which is kind of cool. So it's going to be our first opportunity to use some of them. This is our rank 4 turbo deck. It is more monsters than spells and traps, so hopefully we'll be drawing more monsters than spells and traps. But this is the idea behind this deck is, and in theory it should be better than our other just pure Floodgate deck. I don't know if that deck is completely ready yet, just because we have a weird combination of cards there. But basically, here's the idea. We have a bunch of free special summons. We also have good normal summons, a bunch of free special summons. We also have like Vanities and Bestial Magnamut and Ogre. We have our more utility in this deck, like Iron Dragon, stuff like that. But on top of that, we have a lot more utility going second cards. Things like Lightning Storm and Triple Tactics. Still have some of the Floodgates because we kind of need to slow down the game state. Cubic Ascension's not going to get conflicting with our barrier statue or anything like that. Duramadoll, which we're going to try the Durama Cannon, I should say. Some of our other counter traps here, goes in, Fiendish, there can only be one Crackdown, all of the usual suspects. So we're going to save this and we're going to give this a try. We're going to see if this does better than our other deck. Hopefully it does. Alright, so we just won the coin flip. Hopefully we don't brick in any really bad way. We drew Yugioh, which is one way to do it. We're going to normal summon the Endymion. This hand's not bad, though. This hand's definitely not bad. When we look at this hand, it's definitely not a bad hand. We're going to activate this. Our opponent... the only thing is this deck is more prone to hand traps than the other deck was. The other deck was far less prone to hand traps. Our opponent does have possible solutions here. We're going to go Artemis, draw a card, or search, and then we're going to draw. We do have There Can Only Be One and Cosmic, which is kind of cool. So we'll activate this to destroy our own monster in the back row to hopefully be able to draw. Our opponent could have Ash, but they could also have like Imperm. Yeah, that's drawing Rochka right now is kind of trash, but whatever. It's, I guess we put this back and then we just set 3 pass. It's not bad because we have Forbidden Droplets and we have a Floodgate. And we have a Cosmic. So we do have interruptions. Plus we have Fairy Tale Rochka on the backup. And we do have discards. We did go +1. Like, there's a lot of positives to what just happened here. Even if they had Maxi, I would have just played around that. This is what you don't want to see. I am not going to Forbidden Droplets because I have There Can Only Be One. And I think There Can Only Be One. And I have Cosmic Cyclone. So I have some good stuff going on here. There Can Only Be One is very good against Labyrinth, like amazing against Labyrinth. So as long as I can keep that on the field and I keep that in rotation, I think we can be good. I'm going to keep it face down for now until I need to use it, until it's absolutely necessary. I'm probably going to be comfortable losing my Endymion. They're going to activate this. I think now we activate the There Can Only Be One to trap this card in their hand. And we'll leave it exactly there. So now our opponent will not be able to do anything with it. Now the question is, what do we do? Like, what do we do next? We trap that in our opponent's hand, that's fine. But like, what's our next move? Can we protect? Do we protect this card in the damage step? Like, what do we do next? I think we actually do protect it, and we go Forbidden Droplets. But then we should have already Forbidden Droplets it and negated its effect from searching in the first place. But man, I don't know what to really do here. I think we just lose our monster and accept our fate. Yeah, I think we just lose our monster. What card did our opponent set? The Big Welcome, right? I think we banished that on end phase. Yeah, I think we just accept the fact that we're losing this monster. And main phase 2, if they go end phase, I'm going to banish the middle one. Because Big Welcome is one of the best cards you can possibly banish. Since it it stops the on-field effect and the graveyard effect, which is good for us in both respects. So we'll banish that. That's gone. And now we'll save the Forbidden Droplets for a rainy day, for something much more important. Kashtira Ogre is great. Kashtira Ogre is really good in this situation. So we'll summon out Kashtira Ogre first of all. And then we'll also summon the Fairy Tale Rochka. Actually, our opponent scoops. Wonderful, actually. See, already the deck seems more consistent than the Floodgate deck. Because the Floodgate deck is like, I don't think it's bad. It's just a lot. It's not as much advantage, and it's a lot of battle protection that sometimes we draw going second, and then it's just kind of unusable, which can be a little, it's a little bit of an issue. And then we don't really have any boss monsters. We have like Time Lords, which are like pseudo boss monsters, but realistically, like, you're going second, you're playing against full boards, you're trying to use a Time Lord to like break a Pendulum board. Like, it's not gonna happen most of the time. But this seems a lot more doable because at least we can get the Time Thief. We can get to more usable stuff this way. A good amount of legacy tickets plus 25 gems. That's pretty awesome. All right, let's open up a master pack. We've been opening a ton of packs, but I don't care. We're spending a lot of gems, but like the game just gave me a bunch of gems just for like logging in this week. So I'm perfectly fine with it. We've got a UR. This is a Slifer, God, like divine card support. We've got underneath here Gateway of the Sixth. I absolutely cannot use this card. The funny thing is I have Gateway of the Sixth, and I think I actually have the Link Monster. So I have two of the really high rarity cards. I have the Link Monster and that. I don't have Shien. This is a high rarity deck in general. Like there's a lot of like random URs you need. This is a phenomenal card. I just absolutely cannot use this card. Like I just can't. What am I going to do with it? I don't have those cards. Cat Shark's decent for level 2s. Don't have it. Dark the Dark Charm is the little one, so he's not that great. But he steals a Dark Monster, which might be good because we might be able to use Skyscraper. I can't use. This is another hollow. That is insane. That is just like so. That's such an insane pull. That's literally one of my favorite cards of all time. We have a Chaos deck. We can make it a 60-card Chaos deck, but like, what are the chance? Like, I don't have any way to search this. I don't have like that trap card that banishes your hand and then puts like. I just don't have any access to this, so I can build a 60-card deck, but I don't really know what that is just like such an insane pull to pull in a Masochist challenge. 2 URs in the same pack, one of which is Gateway, the other one is Grass Looks Greener, which is like such an insane. It's such a crazy, and a Cosmo Dark Lady. That's actually really cool for our Chaos deck. Wow, that's really cool. That is actually really cool. Quick effect, banish this card, special summon one from your hand. Okay. When another monster effect is activated, pay life points in the gate. Yeah, this card's great. This card's actually really good. Maybe we make a 60-card Chaos pile. That seems like more of a... I don't know how good that'll be, though, because, I mean, is that going to be better than our regular, like, Floodgate nonsense deck? I mean, probably not. We could probably put every graveyard effect we have and then put Grass Looks Greener in there, but the problem is we don't have a lot of millers other than Grass Looks Greener, but Grass Looks Greener is a 20-card miller. Really good pulls out of this one. This and this are both really awesome cards. All right, we just lost this coin flip. We're going second, but our hand is, I mean, it's pretty good going second. I mean, we've got Lightning Storm. We've got free special summons. We've got there can only be one. It just depends on what our opponent ends on. Now, I will say, against Brandon, Lightning Storm is not that great of a card. Just because it's... I mean, Lightning Storm is, like, good, but it's not that good because a lot of their cards float. They're going to end on a Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade floats, so against them, it may not be the best. I think Ash Blossom would have been better, but listen, you can't... Beggars can't be choosers. This is what we drew. This is what we drew. This is what we're going to have to play with. We have Tiamaton, which, again, is, like... The way to get rid of Mirror Jade is to put it back into the extra deck, but I can't really control what's going to happen here. The card that I would like to draw is actually that other card, the Majesty's Fiend. Our opponent is summoning everything in defense, which is kind of annoying because that means they're going to play around the Lightning Storm. And Lightning Storm is only going to be usable on spells and trap cards. They're going to summon Ice Jade, yep, the Ice... Mirror Jade, the Ice Blade Dragon, and then they're going to summon Lubellion out. And the other thing that sucks is there can only be one is kind of like not that great against this deck because they're all different types. They've got everything. They've got Dragon, Spellcaster, Fairy. They're going to end on a pretty annoying board for us because they're going to Gimmick Puppet lock us, more than likely. In some manner, they're going to be able to do something. They've sent Gimmick Puppet, but they may not. They may be waiting for turn 2, turn 3 to actually do anything with that. We've got Lightning Storm, but that's not really doing much. But I will be activating the Lightning Storm to wreck their back row. So I have no reason not to do this, actually. So we'll destroy their back row. And then we have to be very careful with the way that we play here. I think we can actually get rid of this. We can deal with this if we go into... Actually, I don't think I included him in the deck. I did not include him in the deck. I was going to go into the dude that bounces. I could have dealt with that, but... what do we do? What do we do? The sad thing is I think we can get to... We have the ability to get to the other dude. To get to Crusade Avermax, but even that doesn't really do much. So we'll special summon out Thrasher. And we'll special summon out Thrasher. I think we can do some stuff here for sure. And then we will set the there can only be one. We're going to activate Iron Dragon Tiamat. We're going to try to force out the Mirror Jade effect. Yeah, we're going to try to force this out. So we can force Maxi. This is actually what you don't want to see. Yeah, this is where we actually do lose. We weren't losing until this happened. They're going to activate this now to banish. Until now, it was like, okay, we kind of have a chance. I think there's something that we can do. But the second they throw this onto the board, it's like we just can't really do anything. So we're going to do this. Pop this row. And they're going to activate to destroy everything. We have no choice but to normal summon this. And then we're going to... Again, not really our choice here, but we have to do this. We have to do something because otherwise we have no board. We're going to go Time Thief Redoer. Again, I don't want to special summon. I don't want to give our opponent even more cards than we're already giving them. But I kind of have to do this. We're going to go Time Thief Redoer. And this is where this is the situation we're in, where this is actually where the other deck is much, much better. The other deck doesn't lose to any of this, right? We're not giving our opponent a free pot of greed every single turn that we have to keep special summoning. So we're not doing that. So that's the benefit with the other deck. The benefit with this deck is that it's like ceiling is so much higher that we can realistically break boards if we really wanted to, whereas with the other one, it's tough to break boards. When you're going second, you're drawing like you're going second and you're drawing the card that prevents our opponent from attacking. We're not really doing much. Okay, our monster returns. I thought we would dodge around the Mirror Jade. I guess we don't dodge around the Mirror Jade. That's the point of me doing that. And now we just kind of lose. There's nothing I can do now. I thought I'd do that to dodge around Mirror Jade. We don't dodge around Mirror Jade, and they've got 6 cards, plus they're going to go even more plus. That was a losing battle. That was definitely a losing battle from the beginning. Okay. So we just won the coin flip. Let's see what we've got. Hopefully a decent hand. This is pretty decent, actually. We have cards that unfortunately conflict, and that sucks. But we can either go Kashtira Ogre. Yeah, we're not going Kashtira Ogre. We're going Ascended Sage, followed by Majesty's Fiend, tributed into the Majesty's Fiend, Fiendish Chain, Cubic Ascension. That's where we're going. I already see it. Our opponent has something in hand. So we're going to just special summon this out instantly. Our opponent, hopefully Max C's right now going, oh no! And then they just Max C, realizing they missed whatever they missed. Because then they waste the Max C and they go -1. Yep, Max C perfect. They played right into that. And now we just tribute summon the Ascended dude. The Ascended Sage, we tribute summon, special summon out, Majesty's Fiend. No more hand traps, no more anything, no more monster effects of any kind. We can still lose to our... So far, the cards that have made us lose, which is back row, front row removal. But I guess we'll have to see. But this is actually not bad. Like, even if they're playing Blue Eyes and they have an inherent special summon of alternative eyes, we can actually still stop that twice. So this is actually a pretty solid. Terratop, it's an inherent special summon, right? I can't really do anything about that. So that'll happen. But even if they are able to link summon into a big monster, we have Yugioh. Yugioh has the continuous effect of not being able to be destroyed by battle, and it can still protect our monster, which is kind of cool. Okay, they're going to summon Lady Debug. They obviously cannot search off the Lady Debug, but we've already slowed down their game significantly. They're going to go link to... They're going to try to link climb. SP can't do anything under this. People really don't realize how, like, scary this card actually is. It cannot be, like, your opponent cannot, yeah, they can't activate anything. Like, that's not option. That is a continuous thing. They can't activate anything. This card is seriously going first. If you don't draw Imperm, this is like an auto loss. It's a really, really good card. Even going second, that card can actually be good sometimes. Today's been like a day of just back and forth rage quits. Us rage quitting, them rage quitting. No one's trying to stick through a game right now. But we've got 2 legacy tickets. We've already gotten more legacy tickets and more master packs than we did all of last episode. And we're not even really that far in, which is kind of crazy. And we've got ice water, which isn't really usable. Okay, let's see what we get for this master pack. The last few pulls have been really good, so I can't really complain. And if I get a bunch of crap, I really don't care because we have great pulls. Jack Jaguar is cool. Enco Talker we already have. Brainwashing I can't use. Can't use that. Can't use that. Can't use that. This is a rescue ace card. I can't use that. A lot of repeats, a lot of play sets. This card's not too terrible. And we do have other vampires. And then Brainwashing is not too great. Jack Jaguar is another copy. Yeah, we're pulling a lot of repeats, but that could come up later on where we're building a deck and we could look at it and be like, oh, I didn't realize I had 3 of this. Alright, so we just won the coin flip again. Pretty solid hand, actually. We have... I'm just going to go ahead and inherent special summon because this doesn't lose to max C, so I'm just going to summon this out. If our opponent has a response, they do. Normal summon out the Tenyi, go right into Time Thief, and then we've got 3 interruptions potentially. 3 interruptions that are pretty decent. We've got the Book of Moon, the Solemn Judgment, the Solemn Warning, the Book of Moon, and the Forbidden Chalice, which is all pretty decent. And then we could have something else off of the Time Thief Redoer. We'll see. Time Thief Redoer in itself can be an interruption sometimes or advantage. It just depends on how lucky we get. He is a very luck-based card, but this is a very luck-based challenge, so it kind of fits, right? We get a spell card, Call by the Grave, still don't know what deck he's playing. Could be just Snake Eye, could be anything, really, but we do have 3 reasonable interruptions plus advantage, which is cool. Okay, they're going to normal summon out the Rikka Petal. Rikka Petal. During the main phase, you can take... This is their Searcher. Yeah, this is their Searcher, and they need plants on board to do stuff sometimes. They can special summon this back, but I actually do think this is a really good card for them. I actually do kind of want to Solemn Warning this. I'm trying to think what else they can go into that would be better to Solemn Warning. Maybe the Link monsters, but or the Exceed monster. But I actually think this is their starter. And I actually, I could actually just negate this with the... This will keep them off of having monsters on board, which is important. And then what else do we have? Durama. So I can Durama whatever's going on next, but I'm going to go ahead and Solemn Warning this one. Even though this can come back, I'm going to Solemn Warning it. That way they can't do any of their other like tribute effects if they don't have access to the field spell yet, because this will prevent them from getting access to the field spell. I could have done that probably cheaper for the Forbidden Chalice, but they scooped anyway. Like, that was the right play, I guess. Like I said, I could have just Forbidden Chalice. I also could have just booked their monster face down and my monster. I could have banished my monster. So I had 3 ways to essentially do the exact same thing, so it didn't actually really matter. But the whole thing with this deck is to beat them, you have to keep them off their field spell, because their field spell is a ridiculously written card. It's basically like Lair of Darkness, 4 plants, but better. But yes, we've got another win, another, like, this has been all rage quits, like rage quits both ways, which is kind of, this is actual Master Duel. This is how Master Duel is. I don't know if this was the way it was intended to be played, but this is the way it is played. Okay, so now we're going to go to Master Pack. Let's see. We're going to pull, so let's see something good. Something good or something usable, right? Not really, doesn't have to be good. It just has to be something to build on the other things that we have established. Aquamirror Circle, can't use that. Mega Monarch have that, can't really. Opening's not bad, because the more of this we pull, the better it is. I think we actually do have a Dark Beckoning Beast. We definitely have this. The more of this we pull, the better. Because this is actually, even if you don't use some of these cards, this is actually overall just a low rarity deck that honestly can probably get you into Platinum or Diamond. This can get you into Diamond. I meant to say Platinum. I meant to say Diamond. This deck is low rarity and can probably get you into Diamond, because it's a pretty solid deck. You can put a lot of monsters on board. The advantage loop with the Dark Beckoning Beast and the not Cerulean Skyfire, the card we just pulled, which is the Opening of Spirit Gates, is pretty good because you just activate this, you search this, normal summon this, and then you can search another one of these. Basically what you do is you normal summon Dark Beckoning Beast, search this, activate this, search another Dark Beckoning Beast. This gives you an extra normal summon. You summon it out. You can link one of them away, and then you can activate the effect, discard, summon the exact card you just put. Like it gives you a really nice advantage loop. You just have to pull enough of it, but this overall is a very low rarity deck that's very good, like relative to its rarity. Mad Hatter, Deep Sea Sentry, we are pulling all repeats. This is insane. We have every one of these cards. That's like, and this is a few packs in a row. That's crazy. Let's see what this ultra rare is. It is a card we absolutely cannot use, and I don't see myself ever really using. A Draco Slayer Pendulum Monster, which I believe we have, right? We have certain ones. Do we have any of these? I know we've got this dude, Master Pendulum. I know we've got him. I think that's the only one we actually have is this one right here, is the Master Pendulum. And then any Pendulum Monster must first be special summoned by tributing the above card, so it's a contact fusion. That's pretty cool, so I don't have to use polymerization. This would have been great during the fusion thing. Pendulum monsters in your monster zones cannot be destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect in the monster zones and pendulum zones. Okay, so it's protection, blanket protection. Once per turn, special summon Draco Slayer monster from your hand or graveyard. It cannot be used as fusion material. Overall, this is a pretty decent card for our pendulum deck. The problem is we don't have the pendulum. We don't have a lot of pendulums, Draco Slayer cards. So unfortunately, we have one monster to actually get into this, but it's like not bad. It's a free. It's a contact fusion, so that makes it pretty cool. But I'll be honest with you, this card shouldn't really be a UR. But I mean, it is. What can you do? I'd rather pull more URs than less URs. But even if they are URs that are like this card. All right, we just lost the coin flip, which is half good, half bad. This hand is actually quite good. I wish I had won the coin flip. This hand is I can almost guarantee we would have won the duel if we had gone first. Just because Majesty's Fiend is just a very difficult card to deal with. Now, we'll say, if any deck can beat Majesty's Fiend, it would definitely be Kashtira, because Kashtira has a very easy time, because all of their summons are inherent summons, so they probably could get over the Majesty's Fiend fairly easily. I will say this, though, they do have Tearlaments mixed with it, so perhaps it wouldn't have gone as easily as they maybe would have imagined it. But overall, this hand is like really, really good. Like really, really, really good. Just the only thing is going second may be a little difficult for us, especially with the fact that whenever we play against Tearlaments, they have never whiffed against us. Like, it's never happened. It's never like Mill 3, I didn't hit a Tearlament pass. Like, every time they go off, it's like you're watching it. We played it just today. They went off even more. They went off so much they couldn't even figure out what to do. That's how much they went off. But as you can see, this guy hit a Tearlament, and now he just searched a Rhino Heart. So that's probably going to be normal summon soon, since he didn't commit a normal summon yet. Target, special summon, send this to grave, mill 5 more. It's going to be a little while. And then we're also playing with our extra draw here. Yeah, like I said, this is a little rough. This stupid, the Fenrir is really, the thing about going second is Majesty's Fiend is a good card, but if they can establish enough of a board where they just have a bunch of high attack monsters, that there's not a lot that I can do to break it with a Majesty's Fiend. Like, Majesty's Fiend is not even a bad card going second, because it consistently just stops effects from being activated, which is phenomenal. Like, all of these Tearlament effects wouldn't have gone off, and that's actually one of the crazy parts of it. But if they just put like 3 monsters on the board that are higher than 2400 attack, I cannot stop that. They've got me beat. So I need to get rid of this Fenrir, if that's what they end on, and then they're probably going to make, because they keep milling Tearlaments, they're probably going to make some other Tearlament that's annoying. The one that shuffles back, maybe a Rukalos. Okay, it's going to make that. Rukalos is another one that's just, it's a very good card. It stops a summon. Rukalos actually negates Chthona, funny enough, because this is an effect to special summon a monster. Since this does stop an effect to special summon a monster. Also, they've got Fenrir, which also can banish our Chthona, so they have 2 ways to stop Chthona. Forbidden Droplets can deal with that, but it's not. Cross Sheep. Okay, Cross Sheep. At least they got rid of the Fenrir. Like I said, if I can just get rid of the monsters with high attack, I think I can actually successfully win this duel, but I'll have to see what I can do here. That doesn't do anything against us, so that's actually, I'm perfectly fine with that being in play. Because he's trying to play it out smart, I guess. Oh, he's going to make a level 3, so he's going to end on a Baron, too. Yeah. That's going to suck. Yeah, he's going to 7-3, end on a Baron. So it's going to be Baron plus Rukalos. We definitely can deal with Baron plus Rukalos or Shooting Riser. That just kind of came out of nowhere. I wouldn't have done that. I would have gone Baron in this situation, but they go Shooting Riser. But I guess they can mill another card if they do this. Yeah, and then they're going to also do this. Synchro monsters. All monsters gain 700. Which is actually significant because, I mean, that just makes it even more difficult for me. Alright, so now they're going to go into the Baron, so I guess they got a little extra there. I mean, the truth is going second is a struggle in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Without hand traps and stuff, so you can't really complain. You can just try to deal with what you can. I mean, it is cool that we have Forbidden Droplets, but the issue with this hand is he has a bunch of, like, I can Forbidden Droplets and negate this and this and this, and like I can negate everything here. But the issue is that he's got 3 monsters that are stronger than Majesty's Fiend. So even if I do summon it, I lose. There can only be one. They're all different. Time Thief, dead card. These aren't dead, but you know, we know the situation there. This is usable, but we know the situation there. So realistically speaking, actually I couldn't even, Forbidden Droplets isn't even that great in this hand, because if I activate this and he activates one of the negates and I chain Forbidden Droplets, I would have to discard my entire hand, but he can chain with something else. Like he can chain with this, because I can't discard a monster. So realistically this duel's over. It's unfortunate, but it is. Alright, so we just won that coin flip. Let's see. We draw a hand that has a Floodgate, Crackdown, Dermadol, Time Thief. If I can get to a Time Thief, it would be ideal. I don't know if I'll be able to. I guess we'll have to see. We'll activate. And yeah, Time Thief would be absolutely the most ideal situation here. But if I don't get to it, we do have Crackdown, some other stuff. So it's not bad if we don't get the Time Thief, because we can follow up with another Endymion if we wanted to. I don't know what kind of activation they have in hand. That is interesting that it highlighted or lit up like that. So we'll activate. They can Ash or Imperm. I guess they could do any one of those things. If they do, they do. Like, what am I going to... Yeah, I can't. We stop at Ash is a pretty good draw. I think we put back the Retrograde because that's not doing anything. I think we just set and we play Endymion Control. This is not what I intended to end on, but it's better than other things. So definitely not the worst hand. I guess it depends very much on what they're playing. Goes in Match is one of those cards that, against certain decks, is like if we play against Kashtira, it's a seriously good card. If we play against Dark Magician, it doesn't really do much. So I guess we'll have to see. I am not going to Ash this. I'll probably Ash whatever the next card is, because it's pretty dumb to Ash this first card. So I don't know what this is. This could be very insignificant. It's the Rainbow Dragon thing that can get him to the Field Spell plus the Crystal Beast. I don't know what he's playing. This is one of those situations where it's a little tough. I don't know if he's playing... He could actually be playing Crystal Beast, or he could just want to search a Field Spell. Ideally, you can kind of like stop the Field Spell, but this is a pretty good card to Ash Blossom. So I'm going to go ahead and Ash this because it will not get him the Field Spell plus not get him the Crystal Beast. Like I said, I don't know what he's playing. It could be Tearlaments. Like, it could be so many different decks. So maybe keeping him off that card is a smart idea. It could be like any deck that relies heavily on a Field Spell. It could be Numeron, for example. It's just such a wide range of things. Val Monica, okay. Are they different? No, I think they're all light, right? Yep. This is where the game lets you cheat. You click on related cards and you find out dark, light, water. Yep. Goes in Match is amazing against this matchup. Yep. It's like it lets you cheat. You really shouldn't be able to do that, but I'm very thankful. It's one of the most important things that I think of. Wow, that is a crazy card. Okay. So he's gone into Ancient Fairy Dragon immediately. Okay, that can let him special summon, but that is an activated effect. So when he activates it, I'm going to flip Gozen. Because he... Okay, a level 7 or higher. This card's on your graveyard. When this card is... You can send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, special summon this card, becomes level 1. That is never happening because I'm going to activate Gozen Match. And that will actually wrap things up for us. Now, the only thing that sucks is that we cannot use Crackdown if we do this. Because... Yeah, we can't use Crackdown if we do this. That's the only real issue here. But we can save our cards by flipping Durama. So he can send the top card, but it doesn't do anything. He can go to battle phase. He can, yeah. Do we save our card? I think it's smart to save our card because under Gozen Match he can't do much. So I think I am actually. I could activate the Durama. Actually, you can use Crackdown. I guess if I use Crackdown, it'll take his monster and it'll force me to send one. Maybe that's how that works. I'm actually curious how this will work out if I activate Crackdown. Like, do I get the monster and then I get to choose? Or does it automatically send his monster? I think it actually will automatically send his monster. I'll activate Crackdown to take his monster. And we'll see what happens. I think it'll put it on my board and send it to the graveyard automatically, maybe. I think that's what it should do. And then, yeah, it goes over here and Gozen will send it automatically. Yep, that's exactly how I thought it would go. Because I think the established card is this card, and since this is new, it'll just send it. It doesn't even let you re-choose because this is already established. But it lets you steal, which is actually interesting. Yeah, that was I would say that was a much better card to use than the Destruction Cannon. That was just, in this case, better. Photon Thrasher we can't use in any way whatsoever. It's a completely dead card. But I think I'm going to go just Endymion. And Endymion Control is honestly kind of a sick play. I think we just go normal summon Endymion, attach the dude from the extra deck. Yeah, attach this dude from the extra deck, make him 23. Just start attacking. I think that's our best bet. Val Monicas aren't exactly really strong from the main deck. So we'll attach to itself. We need to pull more of these things because we've gone through them. There's been so many situations where we've gone through all of our cards. Our opponent still has something. I think they have Imperm, maybe Ash. I don't know what they have. Probably Imperm. Probably Imperm or Effect Veilers, I would guess what they have in their hand. Or maybe even Max C. That's what else they can have. They can Imperm Max C. But I'm actually not going to pop. I'm just going to enter the battle phase. We're still in a safe situation, so I'm just going to attack them multiple times. Hopefully they don't have Evenly. If they do have Evenly, I'm obviously keeping Gozen. So we'll wrap that up. Main phase 2. I think we'll actually just end phase here, because if we need to, we have Durama to save our stuff. But Val Monica's, because the game lets you cheat, I'm going to go ahead and check. They don't seem to be around here. I don't know, he maybe shuffled them back. But Val Monica's, generally speaking, actually there's a Val Monica card right here, are low in attack points, base attack points. He has like 1200 and stuff, so I'm cool with him doing whatever. So he's activating this effect. Gain 500 life points, place 1 card, draw 2 cards. That's fine. He can, I mean, I have nothing to stop this even if I wanted to. Witch Val Monica effect, gain 500 life points, place 1 card from your hand, bottom of the deck, draw 2 cards. The second effect, take 500 damage out of Val Monica. I would rather him out of Val Monica than draw 2 random cards, because he might draw an out. I don't know if Val Monica has an in archetype out. I actually don't know too much about this deck, I'm going to be honest with you. So this is actually my opportunity to learn this deck as he wiggles his way out of my Floodgate lock here. So we'll see what this deck actually does. I've only read a handful of these cards. I think I read the Invite. I think I read that card before because that was in the new set. I read that and one of the other new cards that have come out. I think this one, but I don't know enough about it. Let's just check the ones that he adds, and then we'll learn it this way. But that first effect, add a Val Monica card, so he's going to do the same thing again. But I guess that's actually a smart +1. This is a very interesting card because it makes your opponent choose what happens, which is... Oh, but if he has a Val Monica card, then he gets to choose. So he gets to summon this monster, 1200 attack. Add 1 Val Monica card. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, I'm always ready to book everything if I really need to. If I book everything, then I get to do some other plays. But like I said, I don't know if he does have any in archetype outs to what's going on here. Okay, so that's fine. He can do this effect. I guess we get to choose if he doesn't control the Val Monica card, or he gets to do one of these two things. Special summon a Val Monica card, yeah, from the deck, and then he's locked into Val Monica. Alright, he's going to summon another one of these, of this girl right here, because I guess she's water, so he can actually summon her. I don't know if is the extra deck water, that's the question. Are the extra deck monsters water? Light, dark, can't. He can go into a generic water if he wants to, but he has to go into a generic water monster, which I don't know if he has, but he might. He might have maybe the link to, the familiar possessed link to, the water one, the arena. Just depends on if he plays that, I don't know. Something that's funny about Master Duel and Yu-Gi-Oh! In general is like sometimes your opponent will just play as if your cards don't exist. So you can go into Abyss Dweller, that's interesting. 2200 attack, Abyss Dweller. I think I just let this slide, honestly. Because I can book my monsters, but I don't have any more equip, so this equip will fall out, and then I won't fall off, and then I won't have it out to this. So I think we just let this, die, honestly. Sad as that is. I think we just let it die, and then we go back to our turn, and we have enough to attack over him, if need be. Which, I mean, we will need, but yeah, we'll do that. Alright, end phase. Yep, that's fine. End phase. Dimensional Fissure. Okay, that's interesting, too. We don't have any water monsters either. He's going to detach, whatever. This is literally irrelevant, doesn't matter. Yeah, he's going to lock our graveyard effects. I mean, look at our deck. We're not using any graveyard effects anyway. I think we actually activate D-Fissure. It is decent against his deck, so we will activate it. It is definitely a playable card against just about any deck. So now we just go to battle phase. We attack over his monster. And this way he gets less recursion out of them. One's going to get banished, the other one's going to graveyard because it is Exceed material, and then we just pass. Photon Thrasher is kind of dead in our hand right now. That does suck, but what can you do, right? So we have multiple floodgates here. We have the Dimensional Fissure plus goes in. He's going to start setting stuff. We're in the setting game right now. This isn't good. The problem with the setting game is it takes ages to do anything. Solemn Warning. See, I don't even know if we set that. Battle phase. Actually, funny enough, we can actually... I don't know if... this actually is decent against Val Monica, but what we could do if we really wanted to... I guess we'll wait it out a little bit right now, but what we could do if we really wanted to is we can pop this D-Fissure and then draw a card, put one back. We can actually go that route if we really need to next turn, but I don't know how many monsters he's got that are usable right now. He is kind of waiting to draw the out, and he's setting hand traps and things of that nature. Gozen's a great card, but when you're not drawing water monsters in our deck, it doesn't really do anything. So I guess we just attack over this. Another Ash, that's fine. Yeah, we'll just end here again. We know he can't have another Ash, right? We know he can't have that. And his deck is mostly spell and trap cards, so we'll see how much we can accomplish with what we have. He's going to activate another field spell to get another Val Monica card. I guess he's deck thinning, maybe looking for the Harpy's Feather Duster or something. He's going to that's the water Val Monica. And now that'll get wiped out soon too. He's going to add another Val Monica card. This deck has a lot of ways to search Val Monicas. I gotta say, it's pretty consistent, it seems to be. There are some decks that are... I don't really understand the playstyle yet, and it's our fault, because he's got... We've got him under this lock, so I don't actually know what his deck does. But I imagine I will learn eventually. This can destroy a spell or trap card. Gain 500 life points, destroy spell or trap card. Take 500 damage, return one monster. If you control a Val Monica Link monster, apply both. So I guess he can do one of these. I guess we'll see what he does. I guess he can destroy Gozen, or he can return Endymion. He's going to destroy, probably Gozen. Yep. Good thing we have this Durham Doll thing. Durama Cannon. And he's going to summon that. He's going to Pendulum summon. I actually think the smart play here would be to book everything. He's going to summon one. If I book everything, it prevents him from... How much defense is 12? So, okay, if I book everything and he normal summoned already, it actually, I think, prevents him from getting into the Link 2 or the Link 1. So, or either Link 1. So I think we actually should book right now. We do lose this, but that's fine. But we'll book everything. This is the 1200 defense one. That falls off. That's fine. So we attack over this next turn. This is 21 defense, so I can't attack over it. We're no longer under Gozen, so if we needed to, we can go into Time Thief. So we got to keep that in mind. But 2100 defense is a lot of defense. But next turn we do have some plays. Then we have Solemn Warning, Forbidden Chalice, and all of our follow-up Spawn Trap card removal, or all of our follow-up spells and traps that do stuff. Yeah, this game, I'm not gonna lie, is a little bit slow, but it's half our fault. It's actually 100% our fault, but we're trying our best here. It would have been faster if I had drawn a Time Thief. I think we would have already wrapped this one up if we had drawn Time Thief. Because I would have been taking cards off the top of his deck, bouncing stuff, drawing cards, like all that stuff. I think we would have wrapped it up. But if we just could have gotten this Photon Thrasher a bit sooner, I think we would have already won this one. Alright, main phase 2. Alright, come on, wrap it up, buddy. Alright, end phase, awesome. Let's see, what do we draw? What can we get right now? Another Endymion, alright. That's fine. It doesn't do much, but it doesn't do much in this situation. I'm gonna flip. We can pop this, but I actually don't think that's that great. I think we just attack over this dude. Yeah, we can pop the fissure, but like, then we don't get other uses out of stuff. Let me see. Who do we want to attack, by the way? We have two different cards to attack. We have the one that they put onto the field that got booked. This is the one that's booked right now. During the main phase, if this card is normal, special summon this turn, which he isn't, he can't, so he can't do that effect. So I think we attack this one here, the one that's 1200 defense. And we book this one. If this card's sent to graveyard, 2 Val Monica cards. Okay, so it won't be sent to graveyard. It will be sent to the banish pile. So we'll attack over his monster, which has 1200. And it won't be sent to graveyard. Wonderful. And then main phase 2, this has 2100 defense. We can't really do anything there. I could technically get rid of this and draw, but I don't think that is worth it right now. So we'll just go into Time Thief. Time Thief is awesome. You can dodge around stuff and do all kinds of useful plays for us. So we're Time Thief plus Solemn Warning plus Forbidden Chalice is a pretty solid second batch of back row for our opponent to deal with. It's like they continuously have to deal with it. Yet another Floodgate plus the Solemn Warning plus the Forbidden Chalice plus Time Thief, which stacks advantage. And now we're not underneath our own Gozen match, so we can thankfully, and that's a good, we got a spell card, which our opponent was never going to use anyway, so we actually just help them. You're going to flip the Val Monica. I could Solemn Warning this, but Solemn Warning I think we'll save. Solemn Warning is actually quite good even against a Pendulum summon. He can link this away, but I can Solemn Warning that, I guess. Anything I Solemn Warning from the field is... What's cool about Solemn Warning from the field, if it's a Pendulum monster, if he links it away, it gets banished, so he can't use it to Pendulum summon back out. And if we Solemn Warning a Pendulum summon, they all get banished now because of the Dimensional Fissure. So Dimensional Fissure is actually really good once established against Pendulums, unless they're in the Pendulum scale, in which case they're spells and traps, then they go to the extra deck. Are they going to normal summon a Max C? That is fine. Could have just, yeah, that's fine with me. I don't know what they're going to go into, but like I said, I have warning for whatever the foolishness is. I have warning for it. No matter what they try to summon, if it's Nightmare or Nightmare card, whatever it is, I have warning for it, so I don't really care. They're going to go into SP Little Knight, because technically that was someone from the extra deck. I will Solemn Warning this. I think I'd be dumb not to. I think that is just about as good of a Solemn Warning as you're going to get. And then if he has a Pendulum card, the Pendulum summon like this card out of his hand, I think it's fine because we do have a Forbidden Chalice for it. A Val Monica card, that's fine. This is the one that gain 500 life points, or search one, that's fine. Like I said, we do still have some interruptions. He's going to reveal 3 and then get a Val Monica card. He's going to lower our attack. I still am not really actually sure what this deck even does. Place 1 card. Okay, this is the one he's already done, so he's going to obviously search because he can't place 1 card because he has none. I still am not sure what this deck does. He can still Pendulum summon out whatever he searches if he needs to do that. It seems like this deck has a lot of, like... It places Val Monica counters on things. And then it searches a lot. That's what I've gotten out of it. But we obviously put him in a really, really bad position. So I don't know what the deck actually does. But it's fine. It's fine. Let's try to wrap this one up if we can. If he can put a bunch of counters on stuff, he can eventually link summon, because the link monsters are link 1s. But we do have the Forbidden Chalice for the link 1 when he eventually does summon. He's going to add that back from Banish. Okay. It seems like he's finally breaking through and summoning things. Okay, what does that do? Target 1 monster, take control of it. I mean, that's just not happening. That is absolutely not happening. He doesn't have any interruptions right now, so I'm not letting that happen. It is nice that he thinks he can do it, but I'm not going to do it. So we're going to detach both a monster and a spell. And he's going to banish, and we're going to draw Condemned Witch, which is pretty good. That'll fizzle. He does still have this. Pendulum summon it out. Cool. Man, if this card is normal or Pendulum summoned, add 1 Val Monica card. I could negate this, but I feel like there's a better card to negate here. I'll find out right now. We'll see what these link monsters do. Okay, so I feel like it would be dumb to negate this, because then he can summon this card out, because he does have 3 or more resonance counters. So, and then this card, you can remove 3 counters, make 3 attacks during the battle phase. So I probably would have to negate that, and not this 1 search. I would probably have to negate that. It seems like it's a lot more dangerous, so I have to watch out for that effect. So whatever he searches, I have to negate the next thing. Did he just search a card that he's already used this effect? Yeah, he already used this effect this turn, so he couldn't use it anyway. So I think we made the right call. I believe we made the right call. So he's going to make this one right here, which is target monsters your opponent controls, destroy them, and then you can remove 3 counters and then attack 3 times. So that's fine. So he's going to do that. That's cool with me. Yep, remove 3 counters. Removing is cost. So he's going to remove 3. We're going to chain the Forbidden Chalice, and we're going to negate that effect. We did actually make the right call. We read. The game just literally let me cheat. Like, I'm not supposed to know what this deck or archetype actually does. But it let me read cards that aren't even in play, aren't even on the field. So that actually completely saved our ass there. Now the problem is we do have to get rid of this card, and it is not like a weak card. It's decent, so we'll summon this. Where can we summon this? I guess we'll summon this here just in case we draw Tiamat, because then we can potentially pop this. Let's see. We've got Goblinberg. Okay, let's see what we get off of Time Thief Redoer. We get a monster. It's a Val Monica monster. I kind of have to be careful here, because... Yeah, I kind of have to be careful. I'm trying to plan this out a little better than I should. Okay, I think I actually have game here. Let me just read what this dude does, and I think we have game. I don't know what he's... Actually, I do know what he's got in hand. I know what these do. I know what he's got in hand. Can this be targeted, or is there something on the field that prevents me from targeting him? This does not protect any targeting. Each time you take damage, place a counter. Monsters you're 100, whatever. Gain life points. A fiend monster. Okay, when a monster declares an attack, link summon one Val Monica. Okay. So, I have to... If I can banish this, I think I can win, right? I can win. Man, I'm so close, but he's got 4,800 life points. So I have to kind of play this out intelligently. I can go into Malevolent Sin, but then I have to be kind of careful here. I think Malevolent Sin... We can go Malevolent Sin to banish this, but then we can't win. We can also go Condemned Witch. If we go Condemned Witch, we can attack over this. Let's see. I'm trying to play this out in the most intelligent way possible. Okay, I think I've got what we can do. We can go Photon Thrasher, then Condemned Witch, and then we can get rid of the Goblinberg. So I think we activate Time Thief Redoer, and we detach this. Activate Time Thief Redoer, clear our field. We can special summon out Photon Thrasher. I don't think we went through that card, did we? No, we did not. Okay, so now we normal summon Condemned Witch. And we activate its effect. Oh, I just realized I can't even do that. Fuck. I can't activate Forbidden Droplets because I can't send Goblinberg to the graveyard. I can send Dimension Fissure to the graveyard to negate this. But let's see. We can hopefully do something here. We can go into Sue Ship and try to pop as much as we can. Yeah, we'll go Sue Ship. Actually, he's got a spell in hand, so if we destroy this, we're good. So we'll just do that. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll go Brute Enforcer, because I was about to go Sue Ship, cut his attack, and then actually, no. Actually, that is the better play. We'll go Sue Ship. We'll go Sue Ship, yeah. Yeah, we'll go Sue Ship. Because we have to get rid of our Dimensional Fissure, but I think that's the better play, actually. We'll activate the Fissure. This, send Fissure. And Forbidden Droplets, our opponent's monster. And now we go to battle phase. Declare attack. And now we'll activate our effect. And we'll destroy this one right here. And now we'll just pass. So I think that's the best play that we could have made. There are some alternative plays that we could have made, but I think that is the best play that I could think of. The alternative would have been to save some stuff, but it's fine. I think this was the better play overall. We get a monster card. We'll see if our opponent can do something under this. Okay, Val Monica card. Okay, whatever. We've seen this 100 times. Them gaining life points is actually the reason that they are still in this game, which is actually kind of crazy. Add a Synchron and then send a card. If they weren't able to gain life points, I actually would have beaten them already. But their gaining life points is really what saved them, because I could have just summoned Malevolent Sin, banished, and attacked, but because he keeps gaining life points with all of these effects, it actually prevents me from winning this duel. It's actually a little frustrating. Alright, he's going to set a monster, which is really awesome. He's going to set another card. Okay, awesome. Obviously, that is the tuner that he just set, which I need to read real quick. That, if I summon that, I actually could win the duel, but I'd rather keep popping stuff that's on the field. So we're going to activate Time Thief. Yeah, I'm going to activate Time Thief for now. See what I grab off the top. It's a trap. That's not bad. I can actually put one of these cards on top of his deck, which wouldn't be too bad, because I can make him draw that next turn. I think we go to battle phase here. Yeah. I think we go to battle phase. So we'll attack with the Time Thief first. We'll attack with Time Thief. Okay, we'll get rid of this Synchron. Attack directly. Alright, the attack goes through. And we'll activate Sue Ship. I think we pop the face down card here. It's an imperm. Okay, that's not the end of the world. Main phase 2, I think we actually activate the effect of Time Thief Redoer, Trap card, and then we will, not monster, we'll put this on the top of the deck so they draw it. And, damn, their deck is low. I could have summoned this. I don't know why I didn't summon. I should have summoned that. Why didn't I summon that? I mean, I guess it's fine now. It's too late, but, yeah, I think we'll just set this to protect our life points for now, and the next turn we'll summon Majesty's Fiend. I think we just end on this. Why didn't I summon that? Like, there's no explanation. I just kind of saw past that. He's obviously going to draw that card. I know what he's drawing. It can't really do much in this situation. But I definitely should have summoned this Goblinberg. I was like, my mind is like, my timer's running low. My mind is so wrapped up on this. We're going to get into Nibiru off the top. He just drew that Pendulum, so we know exactly what he drew. He's running out of targets, which is nice. But he's going to be able to banish one Val Monica trap, or normal summoned. You can banish one Val Monica spawn trap card, gain life points, and includes a gain life points effect. Okay, that's fine. And then he's going to gain 500. And then he's going to scoop it up. Okay. Yeah, that was a little dumb at the end with the Goblinberg, but it's fine. We won that duel. That was it was a little stressful, I'm not going to lie. We've got 3 legacy tickets at the end. Cool. Okay, let's open a master pack and also our legacy tickets in a second here. But let's open the master pack, see what we get. It's glowing. Let's hope for something good, honestly. It's actually extra deck stuff that we need now. It's not even main deck stuff because we have an identity. We have a deck that does stuff. Tridewind's a cool card. Another copy of the Cubic card. I wish it was the other Cubic card, but whatever. DD Savant Newton. Curse of Arm. I don't know what this does. It summons an adventure token, 2000 attack, to either field. Send one card from your hand to graveyard. You cannot special summon except adventure tokens. Okay, so this locks you into the adventure thing. If a monster you control is destroyed by battle card, you can special summon one adventure token to either field. Is that the same stats as this adventure token? This actually, you know what deck this is for? Good, actually good for? This is actually good for our, like, what is it called? Control deck? This is actually a pretty, I've never read this card, and I don't even know what set it's in, but this is actually pretty good for our control deck, because we don't special summon a lot, and it's good for, like, all of the True Draco cards. This is actually a phenomenal card. It's good for the Majesty's Fiend. This is really, really good for our control deck, because it puts a monster on board, and I think you can do that. Is that every turn? I think that's every turn. You could just summon them, and then if a monster's destroyed by battle or card, if I could special summon another one. This is actually phenomenal for the card. Plus, it's a continuous spell. That is actually really good. It's a shockingly good card. Flash Fusion, I don't really fuse anymore. Vylon can't do anything with the Tesseract. Apple Magician Girl can't really do anything. Yeah, this is like shockingly a kind of a good card. Let's see what this UR is. We've got FA Shining Star GT. Was that the card that I said if we pull this, it counts as Monster Reborn? I don't remember. Or was it Raigeki? Or is it? I don't remember if that was that. I said that about one of these. I said about one of these because there's no way to actually get Raigeki or Monster Reborn or one of those cards. There's no way to acquire them in the Master Pack. I said if I pulled, I believe this card, I have to go back and look, or one of you can tell me. We might have just pulled Raigeki, which is kind of crazy. We may have just pulled Raigeki or Monster Reborn. I'm not sure which. But that is actually crazy. It's crazy that that is the card that we ended up pulling. We may or may not have pulled what I think we just pulled, but we'll see. Okay, let's open up 21 legacy tickets, which is actually insane for one episode. That's a lot of legacy tickets. That is almost three. That's 3 times as much as last week, which is crazy because, you know, what can you do? Drill Warriors, that's summonable. Drill Synchron, I don't think we have, and 4-star Ladybug of Doom is a decent card against rank like level 4s, but I mean it's a little too out of date. It's a flip effect. Let's see what this is. Can't use that. Psychic Path. I don't think we could pay 100 life points. Select 2, remove Psychic at, place them on the ball of your hand. Yeah, it's whatever. It's not really that great. We don't have enough Psychics for it to be good enough yet. But Psychics in general, kind of good, but not. We don't have enough to really make them playable. Noble Knight, Vice, Berserker. Can't do much with that. But I mean, I guess maybe one day we'll see. We've got a super. It is a legendary Grand Manju Garzette and an Elemental Hero Woodsman. This card's decent. I think it doubles the attack, right, or something. Combined attack of all tributed monsters. Must be special summoned by tributing all monsters you control. So potentially you can summon a gigantic monster with this, but I mean, it's not going to be anything too crazy. Because, I mean, you tribute everything, summon a giant monster, it's whatever. Cyber Ogre, Gladiator, Beast card, okay. What is cool is we're kind of pulling new cards, which I actually I'm happy with that. Pitch Dark Dragon, Spiritual card. Can't do much with that. We don't play any spirits. We don't have any spirits to play that are really good. Piercing Moray, Desert Twister. That's kind of cool. You banish I think it's an earth and a wind. I like those cards, actually. The ones that you banish, like a fire and a water, an earth and a wind, light and a dark. Like I like Kazijin, can't do much with that. Fear from the Dark. Special summon it. I mean, that's unlikely that that'll happen. But interesting cards to get here. Can't do anything much with that. Spell Economics. You do not have to pay life points to activate spell cards. I don't know that we have. That would have been great if we had Val Monica, but I don't think that does much. Let's see what this is. Crooked Cook, that's our second copy. Clown, target one monster on the field, change battle position. Not much I could do with that. Yeah, Crooked Cook again. We already have Crooked Cook. It would have been nice to be a barrier statue, but Crooked Cooks, we only need too many of. XYZ effects. Shard of Greed's not bad either. It's like every single time I switch back to the XC deck, I pull cards where I'm like, damn, this would be good in that counter trap deck. Like, this actually isn't bad. It is basically Pot of Greed, but 2 turns later, but it is still Pot of Greed, and it is a slow card, but I mean, I guess it is still Pot of Greed, but just really slow. Protective Soul Angel is a Union card. I don't think I have to read that. That is from the same set as this card. It's from Magician's Force. That card is not that great either. I remember pulling that as a kid and just like thinking it was really good because it can attack directly. Can't do anything with Ray and Temperature. Card Guard's not terrible because it can put a counter on one card and then it protects that card. Could be good in our Floodgate deck, I suppose. It could be good against various things. It's not the worst card, I'd say. We've got a super here. Soul Absorption. Again, not bad for certain situations. I mean, it can gain a lot of life points to Lost Guardian. Kind of crazy that that's a super rare. It's a pretty high rarity card for what it is. Gilfor. Acid Pour Down all Earth monsters. That's too specific. Yeah, that is kind of high rarity for what it is. Just gains life points. If we had a Grand Manju deck. Magical Marionette. Each time a spell is active, place one spell counter. Yeah, it's a little slow. Utopian Aura. Is this just generic? Detach. One material from a monster you control. All face-up Exceed monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects until the end of the turn. This is kind of pointless. Again, this is kind of pointless used with our Time Thief because he protects himself anyway, so it'd be dumb to do that. But I guess it like sticks the monster on the field, which is kind of cool. Miracle Tube's not that great. Allure Queen is a level monster, and all the old level monsters are absolutely not good. So let's see. Defender of Labyrinth we already have. X-Head Cannon, can't do much with that at this stage. We have a normal monster deck, but that doesn't do much for it. Javelin Beetle Pact, Gamble is whatever. And then this one has a UR in it, which I think there are good URs, but we'll see. Hysteric Fairy, and for the UR we've got Card of Fate, which we already don't have. Let's see what it does. Okay, so this card is interesting. It's just like, it's not really a +1, it's just deck thins. For our purposes, it's just deck thins. So basically it's like a bad painful choice. That's what I can kind of compare this to. And your opponent gets to do it. That kind of sucks. So basically we both pick one card from our deck, then our opponents pick. This is going to be a lot of like select. There's a lot of work to even set this up. We each pick one card, then our opponent selects 4 more, and then we randomly pick one card to add to our hand. Like it could potentially be good, but at the same time, it's just, I don't think this is worth the UR spot. I'm not sure why it's a UR. This is what we pulled. Card of Fate's like decent. I mean, this is decent, this is decent, this is good, but we don't even really use it. Card Guard's good, and that's about it out of the good cards. No Barrier Statue. Let's try one more time, See if we get anything out of here. No berry. It's, you know what's crazy? I actually opened these on my main account again, and they were like disgusting. I pulled a Jowgen and another barrier statue. Inexperienced spies, bad. Elemental recharge, gain 1,000. Elemental heroes don't have any. Yeah, like unfortunately, not. There's some usable cards out of the stuff that we pulled today. We definitely pulled some usable. The sad thing is, every time I use the XE deck, I pull stuff from my Floodgate deck. Every time I use my Floodgate deck, I pull stuff from my XE deck. It's like the opposite happens of what's supposed to happen. But that is definitely interesting. This is quite an ending to an episode. We pulled some really good stuff at the end. I still am not sure. You guys can tell me. I don't know if I just pulled Monster Reborn or not. I don't even remember what episode I put that in, where if we pulled that card, we get something. But I got to go check it, or you guys can tell me. But thank you for watching, and have a great day.